All right, so there's a bit of an ammo crunch, in case y'all had noticed out there, and it kind of makes it should be making it a priority to make each and every trigger press a little more valuable when you're out at the range. So what I've decided to do is, for the most part, completely abandon stationary shooting, which is focused on such a narrow niche of what you do with a gun that it's the area that is easiest to spend a lot of money and ammo in with the least amount of reward. You know, that hole is the juice worth the squeeze. So you're just throwing paychecks in the fucking trash, and you get very little training value from stationary shooting. So for the foreseeable future, my range sessions will be spent with entirely shooting on the move, unless I need to zero an optic or something like that. And like, oh, look, it's a perfect time to practice the fundamentals of pressing the trigger and shit, and getting a gun zeroed all at the same time. Ta-da! Problem solved. And then I don't need to waste any more bullets on the standing still shooting. I guess that means I won't be able to make cool YouTube videos, because I watch YouTube gun videos once in a blue moon, and it's just dudes standing still with their feet fucking rooted to the earth like they're a redwood. Like they drop anchor right out of their fucking asshole and do not move so that they can film. And their personality often isn't entertaining. Their shooting is not entertaining because it's not entertainment. And I guess I won't be able to join their ranks and be the cool YouTuber because I don't want to stand still and have.
All right. Well, we are here. Seems like the mic is working. If it's not, you'll have to tell me or something. Or don't tell me. That's fine too. I'm not your boss. You don't have to do what I tell you to do. Today's live chat is brought to you by Ammo Supply Warehouse. Best fucking most awesome ammo company on the interwebs. They have all the kick-ass ammo like Defiant munitions. So when you're ordering from Ammo Supply Warehouse, if you use the coupon code TREMIS, TREMIS 10, TREMIS 10, you will receive $10 off of any order over $100 in value. So that's essentially, if you buy $100 worth of shit, you get 10% off. Buy $300 worth of shit, you get like 3% off. So it's still $10, anything more than 100. That's the sponsor for every live chat in 2025. Becker over there is good people. Even when he does bail on dinner plans like he did last week on Saturday. But other than that, he's still good people, and he's willing to hook all of you guys up with a discount on ammo, and he hooks me up with some sponsorship for the live chat. All right, so that is that part taken care of. I can't say that I was even over on the book face to see if there were questions. I mean, if you all have any at any point, you can type them in that little box from wherever you're watching. You know what I have not ever seen, and I say ever like it's some sort of thing that's been going on, forever, but it's really been going on like 3 weeks maybe, is yeah, no questions. Over on Rumble. And on Rumble, you might be able to make a comment. And if you do, it might show up in the chat box. I don't know. I haven't ever had a Rumble comment. I barely use Rumble. Back when I made more videos, Rumble didn't exist. And since Rumble has existed and I got a creator account over there, I put a couple videos up and it was such a fucking nightmare. Like I'd upload a video to YouTube and it would take like a minute and a half to upload. I'd upload it to Rumble and it'd take like 45 minutes. And I was like, fuck, this place is killing me. So can't make any promises that I'll do a lot with Rumble, but integrated with Restream, so I can do the live over there, and we're trying that too. I think right now we're doing Rumble, X, Facebooks, and YouTubes. Somebody asked me, what about Instagram? Fucking Instagram is the absolute shit fucking bucket of video hosting. It is god awful terrible. The fact that people use it for video more than like what do they call it, reels, is shocking actually, because it's a hot pile of fucking dick. So the chances of me in the near future doing anything live on Instagram pretty fucking slim. Mm-hmm. Oh, you like my Nixie clock? That's, well, let's say Nixie clock. So Nixie clocks are made of Nixie tubes, and that is a LED that's supposed to look like Nixie tubes because Nixie tubes are rare and expensive. And so I just got a fake it. Yeah, but the shit you can like, you can add different types of numbers and shit like that. And you can make it do pictures instead of that. So hot pile of what now? I don't remember what I said. Happens a lot. I just take words, throw them together, and sometimes they're funny. Which I did earlier today over on a post that Tom Hollyby, hello sir, made, and apparently some folks thought that was clever. When I got onto the book faces later, and it said, Sonny Pazikas mentioned you in a comment. And I was like, oh, that'd be good. And Sonny quoted me. I don't think that's ever happened before. Like that Sonny has quoted me in a post. I was like, oh, what did I say? Tony Gallo. By the way, I am having some beverage of yours. Some Granny Smith cider, I believe. Granny Smith woodchuck cider. So anyhow, if you guys have not seen the quote, you should go check out Tom's post and read the funnies. Or you could go check Sonny's, but Tom probably could use the traffic more than Sonny could. Just throwing that out there. Although, if you're going to check out from some shit from Sonny, he has a new live stream Tuesday nights at 8:30 Eastern, or whatever the fuck that is, Texas time. And I did not watch it last night, but I did listen to it while I was driving this morning. Heard my name mentioned, so it's like I'm in the big leagues now. But it was good. I enjoyed the live chat. He has much more structure than I do. So if you're looking for something with actual like segments that are plotted out ahead of time, that might be the live for you. If you just want some rambling fucking dwarf, well, welcome. All right. So I don't really have a ton of notes to talk about today, but I do have one interesting conversation I had with a fella. And dude says, hey, man, you ever heard of, and he gives me a name. And I don't remember the name. It was not via text. It was in person. And I said, no, is he a comedian? Because I'm well aware that I am way decades behind probably in my appreciation of comedians. So I just assume when there's someone that I should know of that, and I don't, that they're a comedian, and I'm still like, like Dennis Leary and that kind of thing. Oh, and the what's this guy? Ford Fairlane. Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle. That guy. See how bad I am? I can't even remember the people that I like. Andrew Dice Clay. So So, and that guy says, no, he's not a comedian. He's a firearms trainer. And I went, no, I've never heard of this cat. And I said, what's the name of his company? And he was like, I'm not sure. It may be this. And he gives me a name. And I was like, yeah, I've never heard of him. And I've never had any of my students tell me that about him or them, because I don't know if the company's a them or if it's a him for a company. I don't know. And he said, oh, well, that makes sense because you focus on training citizens. And this guy only trains military and law enforcement. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to know that guy. Like, fuck that dude. So if you are an instructor out there, if you're perusing this, or somebody wants to share it with you because that's what the interwebs does, and you only teach to a .gov people, you're a fucking parasite. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you steal from taxpayers and give them no value in return. Good fucking job, you fucking loser. I'm glad that you're taking money out of my pocket so that you can go give fucking handies to Biden's stormtroopers and fucking pedophiles. Good job. Hope you're real fucking proud of yourself. I can't say that your training is lowest common denominator training, but I can say that your students are the lowest common denominator. By far and large, worst fucking gun handlers in the world are in the U.S. military. I shouldn't say that because I don't know all the gun handlers in the world, but let's go with the worst gun handlers in the United States are in the military. And then I say, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong because fucking cops make dudes in the fucking military look awesome. So definitely lowest common denominator of students, and you're a fucking shitbird. So that's what I think of you. So was it Achilles? No, I have not heard of an Achilles. I assume that's a company name, Achilles, after the Greek hero, which, by the way, is a cool name and a cool hero for what little bit of writing has survived about Achilles. I would pick him over Hector if I was gonna, fanboy for a Greek hero, a mythological Greek hero, we'll say. Yeah, that was my only notes there. I really should have took better notes when I was talking to this fella, because I'm terrible with remembering names. I have a hard time remembering names of people I know, let alone names of people that I've never fucking heard of. Yeah, RJ, I can't say I've heard of Achilles heel tactical, which isn't like super shocking. The stipulation he has to be Greek. If we're talking about who I'm rooting for, yeah, I probably wouldn't root for Achilles in the whole pantheon of mythological heroes, but probably in the Greek stories, I should say, because like Hector wasn't Greek, but it was in a Greek story. That's kind of where I was going with that. And mythological because we can't be sure those people actually existed versus like real life people. Excuse me. So let's see what else we got going. Hey, did you guys notice? Probably not, because I'm not even sure that it's live yet. But bulletin.net now has a blog section. I'm going actually over to the bulletin page to see if I can't find said blog section, and I'm not having any luck. So it might not actually be live yet, in which case, whoops. The link was shared to me directly from the bulletin blog, and I don't see it on the regular bulletin site because I was going to point out a link to you all. So maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. Ah, Sonny, hello, sir. I was just referencing you just moments ago. Caught the live that you did, except I didn't catch it live. I listened to it this morning while I was driving. I liked it because you had blocks and you said, we're going to talk about this and then we're going to talk about that. And you did it all. And I was like, wow, I just fucking ramble for an hour. It's all right. Don't worry. I'm not going to copy your juice because that looked like a lot of organizing that I don't really do. So the format of mine will stay rambling. And even I might not enjoy it. And the format of yours should stay the way that you did it so that I can enjoy it. But rolling down through my list of notes to make sure there wasn't something I missed from last year. We got a class coming up this weekend that is Fish 3.5. That is, Sonny says I'm more than welcome to steal his format juice. There'd probably be a lot of people that would appreciate some sort of structure. But I'm going to say I thrive on chaos, but I don't know if thriving is the right word. But yeah, Fish 3.5 happening this weekend. So you're like, well, what the fuck? Why did you name it 3.5? Well, because I already had a 4, a 5, and a 6. And this one would fit after 3 and before 4. So it became 3.5. So, yes, I will get back to that. Reed, don't let me forget to get back to. Yes is the answer. So 3.5, it is still fighting in someone's house. And as some of you might be aware, Fish 1 by yourself, Fish 2 is with a partner. These are one-day events. Fish 3 is by yourself and with a partner, not at the same time. That wouldn't work. But then we do it with variable lighting and white lights. So complete darkness through not necessarily like a well-lit room, but like some light leakage from other places. And as you go through the shoot house, like some places are different than other places. So you have to adapt as you go. So that's 3. 4 is traditionally all force on force, and it's everything from 1, 2, and 3. We put a pause on 4 because running low on UTM rifle rounds, and our source to hook us back up is slower than we anticipated. So, hey, good. Sonny's got a 1.5. Makes me feel better that I wasn't the only guy to have to kind of shuffle something in. So 3.5, we are adding a third person and a fourth person to the clearing of the structure. And that tends to tread into the actual CQB world. But in Fish 1, a lot, and then some in Fish 2, we talk about a number of times about it can scale up to like a fire team's worth of people, whereas CQB doctrine doesn't scale down to by yourself. Great. I mean, it does. You just take people off, but they don't really change any of the methodology when they do that, which is less than optimal. So like we built Fish backwards from one person. We talk about being able to scale it up. So in this one, we're going to add a third guy and a fourth guy. There'll still be some 1 person and 2 person. We're just going to do a couple with extra folks. And we're also going to discuss transitioning from a rifle to a pistol. So we're using some cert guns and dry fire mags, laser trainers, so that you can still get like a Blackbeard experience with a pistol We do not yet have a set of loaner dry fire mags, but we will by the next time we run Fish 3.5. And then the other thing that we're going to add in is a brief, brief introduction to diversionary devices, because there we have some great flashbang trainers that are pretty awesome, reusable, not super expensive on the consumable end. But there are getting to be more and more options for citizens to be able to get closer to flashbang level of coolness. So we thought we would talk a little bit about the use of those, kind of intro to that. So traditionally, when we run Fish 4, now we'll be able to. I'll feel more comfortable adding things like a third guy, a fourth guy, pistol, UTM, and some trainer bangs. So we can do that in Fish 4 with on force on force, but don't really want to do that in Fish 4 if we haven't had blocks of instruction on it, which is where 3.5 comes in. So that is this Saturday. Should be pretty cool. It's basically like all the things from Fish 1, 2, and 3 that there wasn't time to include. So we just added another day and stuffed it all in there. And then for those of you that are wondering, Fish 5 is a live fire version of Fish, where we build some fake walls and out of murder plastic and snow fence, and we have a working door frame that we install so that you can have closed doors, open doors, and then we do like shit from Fish 1 and 2, but with live fire guns and real things that go kapow kapow or pew, 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 if you're cool. And then Fish 6 is back in the shoot house and it is low light with night vision. And we talk a little bit about the gear of night vision and how to utilize that gear when using the terrain of a home. So it is not a lot of new eye-opening experiences. You're just doing the things from Fish 1, 2, and 3 in the constraints of looking at the world through a tube or 2 or 4, which those are really only 2 as well. But Becky says she wants to get into the Fish classes. Yes, you do. I believe Fish 1 is like the series is starting over. I want to say in April. I am opening a calendar now to make sure that I did not misspeak. February, March, April. Fish 1 is in April, so it's all starting over in April. And I know you have a free class, young lady. So, if you want to use it for that, you are more than welcome to. But for those of you who have done Fish 1, 2, and 3, like 3, 5, it's coming. Like, come on out. Fish 6 is like the tackle box, gear related. Yeah, kind of. It's got more gear. We talk a little bit about gear in Fish 3 too, because white lights. Like we do some drills with white lights so that we can best utilize them, and it's eye opening. Yes, Becky needs to get a substitute so she can get off for classes. Unfortunately, we have to pretty much schedule. We don't have to, but it's wise for us to schedule the Fish classes on Saturdays, because Sunday the shoot house is open from 10 to 5. On the rest of the week, it is open from 10 to 8. So we get a couple extra hours for our range fees if we don't do them on Sundays. On the same token, we don't really do them during the week because everybody, not most, but yeah, probably most people have weekday jobs, and they can't make it. All right, Reed. He's going to send me an email. It is Gary, Garry. Actually, could use any variation of that spelling at tremusdynamics.com, and it'll pop right over to me. It is my work email, so I don't mind sharing it on the interwebs. I will shoot you my personal email if you like. They all come to the same laptop, so it really doesn't make a difference. That, though, I will send you in a signal message because I ain't putting that out on the interwebs, or I'll just get a bunch of spam shit. Which the work email, I already get spam shit because if you go to the website, the work email is listed in the website, and all the scrapers have already scraped it, and Jesus. Will, yes, you should make a class this year. My wallet says, come take something up here. My heart says you should come up for the muster. I'm not teaching much around the muster, but a few other people are. But the muster's a good time. It's like the crown jewel of what we got going on around here every year. Monsieur Becker is in the chat. Mr. Becker, in the beginning of this live chat, I did mention that you blew off dinner plans last week, and but that you are still a most excellent sponsor and seller of the Blitz. So whatever makes me happy, that's dangerous. Oh, and I have not forgotten you. I owe you a jacket, and I've been on the search because the one that we talked about that day, somebody else got ahead of me, and I don't think about it every single day, but when I think about it, I do some searching looking to find that for you. So you are not forgotten. You have not been ripped off. We are just on a delay. Will's doing his job and his fucking boss's job. I have to do the same thing. Yep, my job and my boss's job. My job is to go out to the range and teach. My boss's job is to schedule classes and write curriculum. I got to fucking do that too. It's bullshit. RJ, send some fucking positive vibes to you. It sounds like good news tomorrow would be awesome. So I hope you get it, especially for a fella that fucking half the time I talk to you, you get the complete opposite of good news. So I'm hoping that you get all the goody stuff. Like rolling down through my notes here. Yeah, all right, I got everything there. Oh, I did get a pile of these stickers, and I'm going to give a lot of them away. You go back in the hospital and get out a sponsor. I'll Uber right now. Funny. Too late. We have a signed contract. Which everyone that's listening, no, we don't have a signed contract. I rarely, if ever, have dealings with people that require a contract to be signed. Usually it doesn't even take a handshake. Like it just says, yep, sounds good. Great, we're in. And that's it. So anyhow, yes, please do signal me tomorrow. I have to see the chiropractor tomorrow and my regular doctor, but I should be available most of the rest of the day. These stickers I got, the pile of them. Well, here's the thing, though. So Reed says that the PDF, my phone dinged, so it might have been the incoming email. He says the way I read, it'll take me 5 minutes. Sometimes I slow down on purpose because I'll read like a chunk and I'll stop and ponder it and like picture things, and then I'll go read another chunk and do that. A handshake is a handy, like a 6-finger handy. or like a 5-finger handy, because like everyone's used to a 5-finger handy. Well, some people only can do like a 3-finger handy because like that's all that fits on there. But Nate Garrison mentioned once, he said, "Oh yes, I can get in a 6-finger handy." And I looked at him like, 6? And he went, "Yep." Oh, so you can imagine what the anyhow. Inappropriate, I know, and very relevant to the stickers that I'm about to show you. So I'll see if I can't get that to show up on the screen here momentarily. I have a few friends that I don't have a lot of these stickers. I got sent some, so I kept one for myself, and I'm going to give the rest of them to friends who I think will appreciate them. And when after I've done that, if you want one, let me know. And the list I already have of people, if I have more after that, I'll send them out to you guys. It's like 40 cents for a fucking stamp. I think that who knows what it is now. So I don't mind just throwing one in an envelope. But the sticker looks like this. Oh, it's getting dark. I don't want it to get dark. There we go. I still got some light on it. So hopefully you guys can read that. That is an IPSC target. Can't say gamer without saying gay. So if you would appreciate one of those, I'm just going to need you to shoot me a message saying that you would like to stick one of those on some of your gear, and I will send them out because like I don't know what I'm going to do with a couple dozen of them. I appreciate the person who sent them to me, but there was a lot. So I'm going to spread the wealth and share them to you guys. All right. Will says he needs one. Will, this is a terrible way to let me know because I will forget. So if you send me a message on like an email would be fucking balling, but like a text message, signal message, that would work okay as well. But email would be way better because it's easier for me to search, for the word sticker and get the ones that have it. I probably have your address somewhere, but if you shoot that to me, it'll make it easier than me trying to search for it. So I will drop one in the mail. We'll mail out a bunch of these tomorrow. So there you go. By the way, I also have stuff to send to Sunny. So if you're still watching, shoot me your address as well. And I mail a couple things to you. Because I don't really know if I've ever written your address down. Tom needs to order another. Well, Tom, you were going to get one of these stickers. So I can slip a sling duber in with said sticker. Mark the duber with the sticker, or the sticker with the duber. I can make all that happen. I actually have, I think, 3 or 4 of them sitting in my office right now, right, just waiting to go to a good home. I actually have one set aside to go with the. I have to do a video. I know. I don't do videos. The Goober Doober sling available at Ammo Supply Warehouse. The only place you can get it. It is the GBRS sling, which is my favorite sling, but it has had some modifications done to it by a tactical sewing company. They sew tactical gear. They wish to remain nameless, but you have heard of them. And so we added a daisy chain on the padded section to make it more streamlined to attach a duber to versus the one wrap. And the quick adjust tab has a box stitch added to it so that it's a little stiffer, a little more erect while you're wearing it. Can't say gamer without saying gay. Rule 8 violation. Now there's a sticker too. An IPSC target with Rule 8 violation. Ooh, I have to get with the fella who made these and see if we can't get another one. Mr. Fiore, hello, sir. Hooked the sling on a doorknob. I went to put it. Hey, yep, like the rest of us, who actually use our shit and go, man, I found some faults with slings. Because if you use your stuff, you will find faults with everything. and then try to find ways to mitigate it. I'd like to think the sling duber is a great way to do so, but there are other ways that also work pretty fucking good. And when I see guys who don't have a way to stow their sling on their rifle, more so than just letting it hang on there, I instantly know how little they use their shit. So then I can disregard their opinions accordingly. Just like if they only teach to .gov, or they make videos where they stand still and shoot. Okay, skip. Like, I'm just doing that from now on. If I see a video of a dude and his feet are planted while he's pressing the trigger, I'm just going to hit skip. I ain't even giving you the fucking algorithm benefit. As you can see with my new countdown timer, there was me ranting about people standing still and shooting and calling it an entertaining video. Now, if you were doing an educational video talking about, I don't know, pick a fucking subject, like clearing a type 3 malfunction, and you stood still to show making, hey, the gun doesn't work. These are the things that I do to it. And now, pow, the gun works. I'm okay with you standing still. You obviously are standing still. Probably most people would do it. They stand still because they can't shoot on the fucking move. So they'll say that that's never a tactic that you need to do because they suck at it. Man, boo-hoo, I don't want to get better, so I'll just say it's bad. Training industry 101. But even if you can shoot on the move and you're trying to give somebody some information about clearing that type 99 malfunction, you have to be in frame for them to see what you're doing. So you could get a professional cameraman and pay him, whatever he gets an hour, $150 an hour, whatever they was charged. Mm-hmm. And you could do it while your feet are moving and he could keep you in frame, or you could stand still to demonstrate a block of instruction. However, that's not what people do on the internet. And so, if you see a fucking TikTok or Instagram reel or a YouTube short of a dude shooting, he's standing still because he thinks he's cool. He thinks that it'd be a cool video that people will like. And he's wrong on all accounts. So, yeah, just nope, skip. Can't even walk and shoot by yourself in the bay. Great range, by the way. I'm being sarcastic, in case anyone didn't pick up on that. I actually was talking to a friend of mine today, student, and back during the height of COVID, he does construction work. He was in a building working by himself. I don't know, he was doing drywall, or I didn't even ask what he was doing, but in a building, a locked building, it was a commercial building, and the police came, knocked on the door, and through the doors, what the fuck do you want? And they're like, hey, we have reports that you're like, what are you doing? He's like, working. Like, well, we have reports that you're doing that without wearing a mask. And he's like, I'm fucking by myself. And I don't know what got me on this subject. See, this is the rambling part. Oh yeah, you're by yourself. Like, even if you're doing something that somebody else considers dangerous, even if it is dangerous, you're not a danger to anyone if you're by your fucking self. Like, who was he gonna cough on? And if you're walking and shooting, what person would you inadvertently flag? No one. The Earth, Mother Gaia. That's where all the bullets are going anyway. Oh, thoughts on the fires in California? Well, I have a few small thoughts on the fires in California. I was actually stationed in California after some fires in San Diego, right after that. And it was like the fucking moon. It was just a bunch of black burnt dirt and rocks. There weren't trees and grass and shrubs, and it was just, I mean, I know that the moon isn't giant rocks and black dirt, but like, it just seemed like a outer space landscape. But that's not really my thoughts on it. My thoughts initially, when I saw that there were some big fires, I saw some photos from like I saw a satellite photo, but it may be faked. But I did see some airplane photos. And my initial thought was, well, you reap what you sow. Well, I guess I'm sticking to that one too. Uh, but California was known to have horrible fire management planning. They don't uh, burn off undergrowth, and they don't have controlled fires for whatever green reason that they pretend exists. Um, Unlike the rest of the forested world, uh, which is weird. I'm pretty sure like my state has more forest than their state, and we don't have raging forest fires. They consume everything because we have a plan in place. And like I hate taxes, but some of that tax money goes to pay for the management of that, so that the entire state doesn't burn down. And I'm like, oh, look at that! Like if they're going to steal money from us, they used it for the common good. Bizarre plan. Uh, like, what a off the wall idea! And they don't do that in California. And they have terrible water management in California, which leaves everything super dry. I did just see like an hour and a half ago that potentially Donald Trump mentioned that, but I don't know if it was a current comment or sometime in the past. It was a little video. It was on mute because that's what I do. And I was just reading the captions. So it's possible he was saying something entirely different and somebody typed in their own captions. But it is true that they do not, like LA has been under a drought for like 30 fucking years. And California dumps like 1 trillion gallons of water into the ocean every day instead of using it because there's some green reason. But beyond that, then I come to, and they got terrible leadership. Like their fucking governor is a fucking complete and total inept pedophile. But I come to see that like the people that they have hired to do things like firefighting and whatnot are incompetent. I can't even say incompetent because incompetent kind of assumes that there's some level of training and you're really bad at the things you were trained in. And that the people in charge out there don't have any training in fire management. They didn't hire them because they had been that they're knowledgeable or have some level of skill. They hired them for whatever other fucking reasons. So again, we're back to you reap what you sow. Now I feel bad for the average Californian because not all of them voted for fucking retard pedophiles who instill these bureaucrats in positions where they should be able to help their communities, but they appoint people who can't. But a majority of them did because that's how those people got into office, because a majority of them voted for that. And I'm like, well, that's what you voted for. I hope you enjoy it. So a little harsh on Californians. I do have a few friends in California, and it would be really awesome if they left. But a lot of that going around, he says. I know how you know, because I know what you do for a living and where you do it at. And I'm sure that is a common theme that you have to deal with way too often. Oh, sir, while we have you here, I'm not going to put you on the spot. However, you'll feel free to get on the spot if you want. On August 2nd and 3rd, we have this big shindig up here where we have a lot of guests and who come up and talk to groups of people. And now that you are offering services in the instructional realm, would you be interested in taking one of those blocks of instruction and promoting yourself at it? We have 2 days, 90 minutes a person. I have one area for handsy stuff and one classroom area for classroomy stuff, seminar type things, and at least 3 pistol bays and likely a rifle bay. In that rifle bay, we can do shotgun shit too if we want. So lots of options for you to pick something and squeeze in with a bunch of other dudes. And it's 2 days long. You don't even have to be here for both days. But, after your 90 minutes, you can then go hit everybody else's 90 minutes. So there's that. Actually, I think we're also going to do an abbreviated, like 60-minute session at the beginning of day one. Take like a half hour to welcome everybody, give them the layout of what we're doing, and then send them to their prescribed areas and fill out the rest of that first block with like about an hour or so. So even if you wanted a short block, we could probably do that too. But that means you got to go first. So if you don't want to do that, I follow you on the Instagram. I see that you're doing the talky shooty stuff. Like, hey man, this is how you press the trigger and don't shoot yourself in the foot and whatever else you talk about. And no, I haven't seen you teach, but I know you well. So if you want to do that, fucking let me know and I'll squeeze you in. So there you go. How about that? That's what I do for my pals. Doesn't mean you have to drive your ass all the way up here, but I'm trying to find a good deal on Airbnb for all the guest instructors that isn't like ridiculously expensive, because I'm hoping that the money that we get from people coming in, I can use to pay for that for like, a few days so we can smash it all in it. And because I did not have enough room in my house last year for all the instructors that came, let alone all my friends that weren't coming to instruct. So I was still able to squeeze a couple of dudes in here, but trying to get an Airbnb set up that has a lot of space and isn't ridiculously expensive so that we can use some funds to pay for that. Wouldn't it be awesome if we could get an instructor sponsor who rented the Airbnb for the instructors? That would be, yeah. Now I got to go to SHOT and try and drum up a sponsor to rent an Airbnb for all you guys. Yeah, I haven't seen Tom fucking teach either. And I've never met Tom. Like, we have spoken on the phone and through a bunch of chats and, like the normal internet-y stuff. And I offered him a spot. He did have somebody I hold very dear vouch for him that he has a unique and interesting take on stuff. So, well, there you go, sir. If you can get things adjusted, you got it. So Shinde, Five Rivers Armament just says that they will sponsor the instructor house. How about that? Shin, we will discuss this on Saturday when I see you. I also know Shin just recently had rotator cuff surgery, so he might be all hopped up on some sort of Percodans or Vicodins or whatever the fuck they give you when you got surgery, and he might not remember any of this. So we're going to have to screenshot this for posterity, and then I got to find the fucking spot for everybody to stay. It is Bloomsburg, so like our Airbnb selection is a little less open than, say, Las Vegas. But on the flip side of that, what we don't have is hobo camps, where in Las Vegas, it seems like every Airbnb is right beside a hobo camp. I found it entertaining, and other folks had varying levels of comfort with the hobo camp right outside the door. I meandered through it all by myself, but it was daylight. Calvin meandered through it all by himself in the dark. So Schick has an Airbnb next to his house. Is it the big house right next door, Schick? Like the one that was for sale that I tried to talk my wife into moving into? Because that thing's like that's huge. But either way, if you got one next to your house, let me in on the details of where it is at. And, a deal is awesome, but even if we can't get a deal, if you got a good one that'll hold a bunch of people, it's only like 20 minutes away. So might not be the closest thing, but definitely hook me up. Everything in Washington is a hobo camp. Oh, it is the one. Fuck, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I didn't even. I will look. I'm going to see if I can't find it. So Becker says the Trap House has a 5-star rating. So Becker has a rental property here in Bloomsburg, and no, he does not live anywhere near Bloomsburg. You can ask him his own line of reasoning behind investing in that. But it was open last year. There was some people doing renovations in it, so he loaned it out. Ammo Supply Warehouse, Ammo Supply Trap House in this case. He loaned it out, and a bunch of guys that came up, cram packed in there, and um, it was summer, and there was like a couple of fans. I think my wife's fans. We left at that house, and like, don't tell her because she's probably gonna ask me to go get them, and I should probably uh, uh, buy her new ones. Uh, but uh, Tony brought a portable air conditioner that the Air Force donated for our use, and so it must not have been too bad. Although TJ almost did die in it, but uh, we will certainly get some plans rolling for the instructor guest house, um, and it'll at least be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then like a Monday checkout. Because I imagine most of the instructors will be going home. But if you want to stay a little bit later, then you can move from the Airbnb, and as people come and go, I might be able to squeeze a few more in here at this house. I did offer Tim Morris the suite right next door to this room because he is staying, and he and I are teaching the 2-gun rumble, which is Morris versus Mar, shotgun versus carbine class. So that is happening. So he's staying like for the whole week, and so I offered him that spot. But as everybody's fucking well aware, I'll stuff a bunch of guys anywhere in this house I can fit them, if it gets them to come up and hang out for training events. So the instructors that come up to the Airbnb, if they want to stay a little bit longer, come a little bit earlier, I will do my best to try and accommodate as many people as I can. But space is limited. OnlyFans. I want to do an OnlyFans and just do gun stuff on it, but dirty gun stuff. So like pictures of double feeds and 2 things, 1 hole. Set like a Glock barrel down and like a 9mm barrel and put a bunch of 45 caliber rounds around it. I just I should do that. That's probably easier making videos, which I should do those too, and I don't want to. Tom, I assumed you would be flying in. The closest airport to me is Scranton. I think it's the Avoca Airport. It might be Wilkes-Barre. I think it's Wilkes-Barre is the actual town that it's in. It is about 45 minutes away. Harrisburg is about an hour away, and Philly is over 2 hours away. Those are the closest airports, and we will find a way to get you from said airport to Bloomsburg, whatever we got to do. So if you're coming in and early and doing Sunny's stuff, we will figure all that, like whatever it is, like whatever we got to do. I try to be a good host. OnlyFans. I didn't know OnlyFans wouldn't let you do gun shit. Fuck them. What if it's gun porn? That seems reasonable. Because really, like, it doesn't have to be porn. Like, I mean, I know that's what OnlyFans is used for. Kind of like Snapchats is like 98% used for sending fucking naked selfies to people, but you can use it for other stuff. I'm very disappointed in OnlyFans. If I spend any money with them, I would stop. Just because of that. I have principles. I got a bunch of messages popping in. My phone's exploding up. Got some Mike Fiore over there and some Andrew Smersek And so Artie says he can pick Tom up from Scranton. How about that? Don't worry, Tom. You'll be frightfully fucking experienced hanging around with RJ. Scary looking motherfucker. Super nice dude, though. Well, I mean, not been super nice to me. He might be a fucking asshole to everybody else. And if you listen to him tell the story, he is an asshole to everyone else. But I haven't seen that. So must be because I'm so fucking physically intimidating. It just cowers everyone. Don't shatter my illusion here. So we'll just stick with that. Hey, speaking of Andrew, I haven't answered your message yet because I'm running a live chat. I did see that it popped in, and I saw what the theme was. I didn't really read it much, but I will dig into that when the live chat is over. Mike texts me because he forgot there was a live chat. I know the only way he knows that there is one is if he's on it. And then if I change anything like the time or the day, he doesn't pay attention to that either. So Tom's bringing his son. That's awesome. My son will also be attending. Very cool. RJ says, thanks for the kind words. I don't know if any of them were actually kind. Yes, the black hat fella. Black hat Chet. Good old Chet. Yes, he's going to show us how to stranger hand draw, shoot on the move, build drill under 2 seconds, and somehow incorporate a sling. Can't forget a sling. So this weekend at Fish 3.5 will be my first running with an all left-handed pistol setup, and it's going to shock you guys. I know, and it's probably dangerous, but the rifle portion, I'm not going to do entirely left-handed. I will do left-handed when it's appropriate and right-handed when it's appropriate. Because I said 2025 is the year of how did I call it? Ambidexterousness, which means both hands. The comments are just rolling by. Reed's bring his son. You could. We'll let Benjamin babysit. TJ hasn't tried it because he doesn't have a range. An MP5K. Like a real, submachine gun or a semi-automatic, essentially giant pistol. Because if it's the semi-automatic giant pistol, like an MP5K that, and not a, I can probably source one of those. If you want an actual submachine gun, yeah, that will be more difficult. Mostly because guys that have invested that much money don't want to fucking risk losing it because I'm not on their trust, and then they don't want to hand it to me and have that be locked up in evidence, later. But yeah, the semi-auto version, I can probably source one of those. Just got to figure out who, when, why, what, how. Oh, auto? No, I can't. I mean, I know some dudes with them. I don't know if I've seen a K, a full auto, in like regular people's hands. I've seen a SD and a couple regular ones. And they are fun, by the way. That they are an enjoyable gun to shoot. They look cool. We just had a Thompson out at the last study group. Also cool, but not fun to shoot. They weigh like fucking 90 pounds. What about the dark range guy? Well, I mean, they got to have one. Like if I knew, I'd get somebody to bring one if I knew somebody with one. It's just harder to get somebody to bring it than it is to have them loan it to me. And like a full auto, they're not going to loan out. Mr. Foreskin has joined us finally. Just about time we're going to chat or sign off. Because I got 9:03 by that clock. What were we talking about? Oh, a year of ambidexterousness. Oh, an AR trigger conversion for MP5s. Take the super safe trigger. Well, it sounds like Adam's maybe got the hookup, or might in the future here have a hookup. And Adam needs to spend more time in Pennsylvania anyway. So, like, that's a good reason for him to come up here, is so that we can blasty on his MP5. So there we go. Adam, you've now been tasked with coming up here and bringing that thing when you have it done, so RJ can do a sub 2 second build drill with it, left-handed or something, whatever we said, with a sling or something. And we can use my cool timer, which has one of these can't say gamer without saying gay patches. See, even Mike says we need more Adam time in general. I concur. And he wants to take more of the fishes. So he should come up and take the fishes. I would like to do at some point, be a long fucking week, but I would like to do fish 1, 2, 3, 3.5, and 6. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or however 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like Monday through Friday, like a whole fucking week of fishing. That would be pretty awesome. And then Adam could make a big trip of it and get all the fishes in. He could take 1 and 2 over, and then and do that. Those are stickers, sir. They're stickers. There are some coming your way, or at least one coming your way. If you had just signed in on the live chat in the beginning, you'd have heard all that. 100 messages. Woo, big deal. So yeah, fish 6.66. Oh man, what am I going to do for fish 666? It's going to have to be evil, dude. And then we can do one fish 6.65 and call it almost evil. Huh? Like the precursor. So it'll be in the dark with no white lights, no night vision. Role players have thermal. You can't wear clothes. All UTM. There we go. All pure evil. And then the 665 will let you wear clothes. So it's almost evil. I know somebody out there is going to be like, that's dangerous. He's talking about dangerous training. Anyhow, that's a side note. With that, we've been here for an hour. I had a busy day today. How about we'll get the fuck out of here and next Wednesday do another one of these. And the Wednesday after that will be the 22nd, which is during SHOT Show. Whether I go to SHOT Show or not, it will still be during SHOT Show. Oh, Adam says if we do a fucking fish to back to back to back to back to back to back to back, that he would do his best to run up there. He's got my mind working. So I'm doing I'm getting the schedule kind of around for a fish series in the fall, like one a month, like 1, a 2, a 3, a 3, 5, and a 6. Maybe what I will do is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 3, 5, and then the one with the 6. That'll be 6 will be on the Saturday, and I'll just rent the shoot house Tuesday through Saturday and do an encore of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make it like a special price. You got me thinking. Y'all got me thinking. It would be very fun to do a fucking lot of back-to-back fishing. Tom, you're gonna be waiting a while to find out why it is dangerous for people to switch hands. Like nobody will be able to offer you any sort of logical reasoning. So, Adam's interested. So it'd probably be like December. So if you're one of them places where they'd say, hey, nobody can take vacation, after Thanksgiving because we're so busy, that wouldn't work. So if December-ish could work for you, Adam, let me know, and maybe I will do that. And then maybe for that week, maybe for folks that have taken the fishes before, if they want to come for Fish Week, since it's during the week and it's usually hard to get a bunch of people out for that, maybe we'll do it like something special, whether it be a special price or alumni or of those classes or half off or fucking something. I'll figure something out and try and drum up some folks that are willing to take it during the week, because that's not always the easiest thing for folks to do. So yeah, maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's a thing that's going to happen. Yeah, you got me thinking there. Noah says not the 6th. It's his work Christmas party. I would say, who fucking cares about your fucking job having a Christmas party? But when you own the company, it's kind of a big deal. December. Oh, so yeah, the 6th is not good for him. Of course not. It's all right. We'll figure it out, and we'll come up with something. All right. So with that, in fact, Noah, you're supposed to send me a message. What was it about? Oh yeah, you wanted the fall. You wanted the fall date, September or something like that. We should hash out what we're doing. Fishing derby. Yep, Mike, that's what it's called. Mike, you can come for free. How about that? I'm going to need you to help me teach. So take a week off of vacation, or take a week off of vacation for vacation, whatever. Basically, I'm roping you in to help. Oh, all right, Adam. So perfect. I don't know what Mr. Foreskin's talking about. He's had a rough night at the bar. So with that, next week, Wednesday, we'll see you all here. We'll get some more details out. By then, I will have the dynamic instructor class on the website, and you'll be able to sign up for it. And we'll start hashing out the fishing derby. And Noah, I will talk to you tomorrow. And Reed, thank you for the email. I did see that it popped in. And let me know as soon as you know about what's going on with being able to make the muster, and we'll try and give you a little boost into your side gig. And everybody else, I will see you in a week or sooner if you shoot me a message or whatever. I'll do my best to chat with you. I like most of you guys, except for that one dude. I won't mention who it was though. And with that, I will see you all in a week.